Hi everybody, it's Cassie Rainey, Senior Gold Ambassador with Plexus. I want to welcome you to our Level 2 of our Foundations. It's our 6-week Plexus Ambassador Training Series. I hope that you've gotten to go through Level 1 and really talk a lot about the Plexus lingo, learning about your backup orders, some of those key things. Today we're going to go into a little bit more in depth. We're going to talk about discovering your personal why. It is so key in this business, is really finding that deep passion that drives you. We're also going to talk about plan of actions and goals. Goal setting is so key to knowing why you are going somewhere and where you're going and how you're going to get there. So we're going to go over that in depth. We're also going to talk about our Franks list and our Rockstar list. Super fun resource that we can create. We're going to talk about reaching out to our potentials, those people that are on those lists, and how to engage them and how to connect with them. Then we're going to finish it up with talking a little bit about how to post effectively on Facebook. So we're going to go ahead and jump into the first category, discovering your why. Within network marketing, you're going to hear this a lot. You're going to hear, what is your why? People are going to ask you that. Your uplines are going to ask you that. And the reason why is it is so important to know what is driving you. A lot of times we have a lot of goals, a lot of reasons why we are doing what we're doing. But what we want to do within this within Plexus is really peel back a lot of those layers, peel back a lot of those reasons, whether they may be great reasons, but maybe they're a little bit surface level, and maybe there's something you're interested in looking to obtain, but we want to get down to the root, the very deepest thing inside your heart and your soul that literally makes you cry talking about it. Something that you want, something that is driving you. So when you start out within Plexus, this is going to be one of the first things that we ask you to really think about and really come up with. What is it that drives you to do what you're doing? Why did you join Plexus? What is it that you're hoping for? A lot of us join Plexus when we hit rock bottom. And we finally get to a place where we are desperate for change and really having to really come up and verbalize what is it that drives us. So a lot of times within network marketing, it's a roller coaster. You're going to have ups, you're going to have downs, you're going to have seasons of your business. You're going to have seasons of your health. So we don't want you to go down in those valleys and sit there. We want you to have something that pushes you out of those valleys. And that is going to be your why. It's going to be what drives you so that you're not riding an emotional roller coaster, okay? So knowing your purpose. What is the purpose of Plexus for you? I love the quote by Simon Sinek that says, people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. And that is so true within Plexus. We are incredibly blessed to have a line of all natural supplements that are truly changing lives. And people are going to want that. People are going to see those changes. People are going to want to buy from you. But more importantly, they're going to buy from you because of why you are doing it. They are going to see the changes in you, that determination and that passion. People are not going to buy from a salesman who just sees selling Plexus as a moneymaker. They want to know your passion. They want to know what is driving you. So keep that in front of you. And one of the ways that we keep that our why in front of us is by creating a visualization of our why, of our goals and our dreams and our hopes with a dream board. Some people call this a vision board. A dream board or a vision board is simply the visualization of your dreams and your goals. A lot of times it's all being driven by your why. So whenever your subconscious sees and visualizes the future, it begins working towards that. That's why this is so key. Our brain is like a computer. Our brain cannot tell what is fact or fiction. It truly just it takes in information and it categorizes it. It is simply a computer that is taking in data and spitting out data. So in order to capitalize on that, the way that our brains work in a miraculous way is to input your dreams, have those in front of you. So I'm going to recommend and really ask that you create a dream board. It can be simple, it can be elaborate. It's all about what is going to inspire you. So I just got some corkboard and printed out some photos of things that were so important to me and that I'm working towards and that I can visualize happening at the end of this journey. And I want to visualize that so I know what I'm working for. One of those is our dream home. They can be surface level things like that. They can be things, tangible things. What is our dream home? We want to build a home that is going to provide for our children. We have children with special needs, and we need to build a home that is going to give them just the tools and the home that is made for them, for our children. They have some mobility issues, and so that for us to have the finances and freedom to do that, to provide for our children in that way, that is driving me big time. One of the other things on my board is talking about retiring my husband from his second job. My husband works 2 full-time jobs and has been so sacrificial in his time and his energy for our family, but it's exhausting and it's hard on him, and our family doesn't get to spend a lot of quality time with him. So one of the things that I am visualizing is the day that he gets to have more family time, because we don't need the income from that second job. So I want you to really create, and we spent several hours dreaming up what we want our lives to look like. So make that and put it in a place that is somewhere you're going to see it daily. I'm also going to encourage you to pray over that. Pray over those dreams and ask God to bless them and to make a pathway for them. One of the things, now that we've got our why, we've got our dreams, now we need to know how to get there. We're going to create a plan of action, and we're going to create some goals. We're going to set some goals. So our goals, first of all, need to align with our why. So if we have a why that, for my personal example, is that my husband would be able to quit his second job. So one of our goals was really looking at what do we need financially in order for that to happen, and what income do we need to make with Plexus to hit that. So we looked at that and we decided what our goal was. Okay. For us, we knew that we both needed to be at Emerald. So that is our goal. Now, it's not our end-all goal. That's our big goal right now. It's not our end-all goal, but that's what we're shooting for right now. So that is aligning with our why, because that's going to allow my husband to step away from his second job. That's going to allow us to begin building our home. And there's a lot of things that my why, my dreams are dependent on my goals, okay? So we create both short-term and long-term goals. And that is so important because you need to break down your goals into smaller, attainable, and really measurable goals, okay? So you're going to want to do daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly goals. And I want you to write them down. I have a journal that I use several pages in, just really jotting out, lining out what the next year of my life looks like. And then once I did that, then I began to break that up into smaller, attainable chunks, okay? Now, I'm going to encourage you to make attainable goals, but I'm also going to encourage you to push the envelope, push that limit, and make some goals that are going to push you and that are going to scare you, that you don't know if they're attainable or not, but you are sure going to work for it. So always make goals that don't play it safe. Don't play it safe at all. Don't make just easy goals that you know you can achieve. Make them hard, but make them attainable. But also make some big goals that are going to make yourself push hard. So the acronym SMART is something that when you're making your goals, you're going to want to keep in mind. You're going to want your goals to be specific, okay? And that means, within Plexus, naming a rank or naming how many ambassadors you're going to add this month. Make it specific, okay? Make it measurable. And I love the fact of making a specific and measurable goal of how many ambassadors you're going to add or what your PV is going to be for this month. So that you have something to measure. Did I hit that goal? Did I come close? Then you can start saying, well, okay, I know where I'm going and I know what it takes to get there. Remember, make them attainable, like we said. Make them relevant, okay? They need to be tied into your why. They need to all come together to work for that end all goal. And make them time bound. This is super important, y'all. And to really put a timestamp on your goal. To say by this date, this is the measurable result, the measurable end goal that I am going to achieve. So we do that so that we know when we are, we have a deadline. We know when we have to make that. It's not like our hope is that, we hope to add 100 ambassadors maybe within the next year. No, we know we want to add 100 ambassadors by July 31st. We have these goals. We put a timestamp on it. Maybe it's a rank. Maybe it's, I know I will make Emerald by December 31st of this year. I want you to have that timestamp. Even if it sounds crazy to you, even if that goal is lofty and huge and scary, which it should be. But I also want to caution you not to get too caught up in that. If for some reason you don't hit your goal by the date that you have planned, that's okay. You've still worked hard and you've still worked like you're going to hit it, but we are not fully in control of this process and of our journey. So we work hard and we work like we're going to obtain that goal. But if that doesn't happen, you don't throw away the goal and the plan altogether. You simply change the time frame. So you keep that same goal of going Emerald, but maybe it's going to be a month delayed or 2 months delayed. All you do is put on a new timestamp. You work for it. You don't give up. You work for it like you were going to go it for December 31st, okay? So we've got our goals, and when you're a new ambassador, one of the best goals that you can create for yourself is to go silver. Going silver is the first rank within Plexus, and it's such a foundation for you because it allows you to begin earning a little bit of commission and income, and you will get your products paid for, which is great. We all love these products, so you really want to work to get to silver. Now, silver is simply having 3 qualified ambassadors joining you on this team. And by qualified, if you remember last week, we talked about a qualified ambassador simply buys a welcome pack or has 100 PV in their order that month, and they have their backup order on. So get 3 of those, you go silver. You get a $100 bonus when you go silver. And you also get a business building bonus every time a qualified ambassador joins you, okay? If they buy a welcome pack, you get $25 as their sponsor. And so very, very encouraging. I would really highly recommend you putting that as your number one goal. Now, a great second goal as a new ambassador is to hit the 500 PV mark. And most of us ambassadors, that is our goal. In fact, all ambassadors should have the goal of going silver every month, getting 3 ambassadors, and hitting 500 PV. And the reason why is once you hit that 500 PV mark, you begin earning 25% commission on your PV. And that means that if you hit 500, you would make about $100 on commission. So fantastic goals right there. Your plan of action to hit these goals. First of all, I want you to post on social media. I want you to share about your journey. You don't need to have this incredible testimony. Just invite people to join you on this journey. Share a little bit, just a picture of you and your pink drink, and invite people to join you. We can help you. Your uplines can help you with the rest, okay? So immediately, I would say the day you join, begin posting and asking people to invite you on this journey. I'm going to ask that you post 2 to 3 times a day about Plexus. Now, that kind of sounds like a lot, I understand, but the way that Facebook works is only a very, very small % of your Facebook friends actually see your posts. So posting it several times a day and at different time frames, you are going to hit your wider network, okay? It's important to also post in a way that is not salesy, as you want to just post natural. Plexus is now going to be a part of your life, and share that. You don't have to post, come join my team, I need 1 more customer. No, you just simply educate them on these products and invite them to join you. And another part of posting is that you want to really become active on social media. So that means sharing more about your life. If you're not currently active on Facebook, or you just post every once in a while, I really encourage you to post several times a day. Posting maybe some inspirational posts, things like that, and what your family is doing, but to post daily about both the products and your personal life. Become a product of the product. This is so important, y'all, is to take your products consistently. And one of the things I'm going to encourage you to do is also to try all of the products. It may take a year for you to try all the products, and that's okay, but have that as a goal. Every month in the beginning, every month I would add 1 or 2 new products. And so I could have a personal testimony and a personal story behind those products. So important, be consistent with your products so that you do have a testimony and you have a story. You're going to create your Franks list and your Rockstar list. This is very, very important in your plan of action. And we'll talk a little bit about that in a minute. Talk about a business launch event, maybe one in person, have your upline join you or some other Plexus ambassadors from the team. Doing one online, we're more than happy to do that for you, do a launch event, and give your friends some information. And we really lead that for you so that you can learn, but that you can also be a part of that and growing your network and your team. Talk about business cards and product samples. We talked about that in level 1, how important that is to always have on hand. So this is a fun little stair-step graphic that as you're looking at goals, as you're looking at where you want to be by a certain time frame, this is a very inspiring graphic that shows you where you're going to start out at. We all start out as ambassadors, and how we can step by step move up to the company, and what that's going to mean for our dreams, and what rank we need to be at for specific dreams to happen. And so I love this. It tells you exactly how many points you need at what level. So it's very measurable. So we're going to talk a little bit about our Franks and Rockstar list. So this is something that when I first joined, I did not really see the necessity in having a list and using it as a template to work through. But as I've gotten more into network marketing, I have realized how important it is to have a plan, to know who my network is, instead of just kind of shooting, for the stars, and just hoping that people will contact me. No, instead having a plan, having a list of my network so that I can strategically and intentionally reach them. So the first part of this is called FRANKS. Okay, it's an acronym for kind of like a memory jogger for your friends, your relatives, acquaintances, neighbors, kid connections, and service organizations. So I'm going to encourage you to take about an hour of your day. You can break that up into 15 minutes or so at a time, but just sit down with a piece of paper and have a piece of paper for every one of these categories and just start writing names. So when you get to your friends section, a lot of times those are the people that are in our closest proximity or that we talk to the most. Go through your text messages, your recent text messages, your recent emails, your recent messages, and go through the people who comment most on your Facebook. Those are the people that you have a lot of contact with. Write down their names. Don't prejudge anyone, okay? Don't prejudge anyone. Think about the people that you see on a weekly basis, the people that you go to church with, the people maybe that you're in a book study with, maybe somebody that you go and have coffee with on a weekly basis. Write down those names, okay? Then you're going to get into the category of relatives. And this is always an easy one to prejudge people on because we know our family, and our family knows us best. I don't want you to prejudge. I want you just to write down those names, okay? Write down every single person, every relative, okay? Then you're going to get into your acquaintances, and this is where it gets a little bit more, you got to really work to bring up these names. You may not even know some of their names. You may just know them as the barista that you get your coffee from. And that's okay, just write that. But plan to get to know their name. You're going to go into your neighbors. And this is so important because a lot of us know who our neighbors are, but we don't know our neighbors. And so getting out there, getting to know these people. In network marketing, it's all about relationships. Building relationships. So get to know these people. Kids connections. This is one that a lot of times is so fruitful. It's your kids' teachers. It's their soccer coach. It's the people, maybe your babysitter. Anybody that you're connected with through your children. And then service organizations. And if you are not currently active in volunteering or in a service organization, do it. Find one that piques your interest. Don't just randomly find one. Do one that you're passionate about, okay? If you're passionate about serving the homeless, get involved in that. Find organizations that you want to really pour your heart into and get to know those people. So you're going to make your Franks list, y'all. I'm going to ask that you aim for a good 100 to 200 people, okay? Most of us have an average of 427 people in our network. In the day of social media, most of us have double to triple that. So 100 to 200 names should not be that difficult to find, okay? As you're going through that, as you're going through your Franks list, I want you to use this as a working list. This is going to be one you're going to be crossing names off and you're going to be adding names to constantly, okay? So add to this list daily and weekly. Be always working through this list. As you are going through this list, in addition to it, you are going to create a rock star list. And this is a list of people that you know would be phenomenal at the business aspect, okay? These are the people that are influential in life. They have a following. People want to hear what they have to say. They trust them. They have a large social network. Many of these people may have tried network marketing before. And that's okay. That's almost a good thing because they know the business aspect. But really look for those people. They may be involved in another network marketing company right now. That's okay. Begin to show them why Plexus is different. Begin to show them why Plexus is a business opportunity like none other, okay? These are the people that you want, okay? And I can promise you if they're on your rockstar list, they're probably on someone else's also. So these are the people it's going to scare you to go after. It's going to probably kind of give you a little bit of anxiety as you're reaching out to them, and that's okay. These are the people that you are going after and you know are going to do phenomenal at this business. So some of you may have just 5 or 10 of those names, but what I want you to do is find that rock star list, and I want you to go after those people first, okay? Go after them. Don't be afraid of rejection. Don't be afraid of no's. They say an average, within network marketing, an average person will reach out 10 times to people, 10 people, 10 different people. And only 3 of them will say yes. The other 7 are probably not going to respond or will say no. And that's okay. Can you imagine, okay, a baseball player gets up to bat 10 times and he hits the ball three of those 10 times. He has a batting average of 300, and that is phenomenal. So be thinking about that. Detach yourself from this emotional roller coaster of rejection, and remember that you are sharing an opportunity and you are sharing health with people because you care for them, because you know what you have in the palm of your hands and you simply want to share it with them. So how do you reach out to these potentials? Okay. Network marketing is relational. It's all relational. We are building people. We're not building a business per se. We're building up people. The business side of it will come if you invest your life into people. So I want you to keep that in mind as you're building up relationships. It's not about the end. It's not about the sale. It's not about getting them, convincing them to buy your product, okay? I want you to reach out and build these relationships regardless if they never buy Plexus from you, okay? We are in the business of building up people. So when you're sharing with them, a lot of times, email and Facebook personal messages are how we kind of go about communicating. And that's fine. It's a great way to share resources and connect with people. It's a great way to get some of those initial relationships building. But I'm going to encourage you to really get on the phone and to meet in person if possible, or to do a video chat. Face-to-face contact, or getting to hear someone's voice. You get to hear their passion for the products in the business. So I want to encourage you to always be thinking about meeting in person and talking on the phone. Now, Facebook Messenger has an incredible little microphone on the bottom of the app that you can send voice text to. So that's a fantastic way to use that as well, so they can hear your passion. I want you to really share from your heart, to be vulnerable, to be genuine and intentional, okay? Reach out to these people. Be open and vulnerable. Share some of the hard things, why you came to Plexus, where you were before Plexus, some of the struggles in your life, and really share from your heart why you believe these products or this opportunity would help them. I want you to also listen. We have so much Plexus on our brain and on our mind that we just want to go, we just want to vomit it all out on them a lot of times. We just want to tell everything that we know and why they need these products. We want to go into talking about all the ingredients, and we want to talk about the compensation plan. I want you just to calm down and pull back a little bit. And when you're talking to someone, it's more about listening than it is about talking. and sharing, okay? Be there for that person and really listen. Ask open-ended questions that will help that person dig a little deeper in finding out what their why is. If they are just at rock bottom with their health, find out. Find out what's going on so that you can share with them why Plexus will help them. So always, always, always listen more and talk less. We want to know their personal story. I also want you to share your personal story. So as you're following up with these people and as you're continually checking in on them, I want you to share your personal story. I want you to share stories of your teammates or of friends that have used Plexus and had great stories. Use Diamond documentaries. Those are fantastic resources to share about the business side of Plexus. Just a really inspiring and encouraging look at what the vision could be for that person. Share health articles and educational ingredient information. You know, people, all people are going to have different things that they're drawn to, or different reasons for coming into Plexus. Some people may come into Plexus solely for the business, and that's great. You need to be sharing those Diamond documentaries and sharing videos and testimonials about people's financial testimonies. Other people are going to be really focused on the ingredients and wanting to know, maybe they're nursing their baby and they need to know in depth about these ingredients, so that they can provide, you know, they can be taking these products and know that they're giving their baby the best, something that's not going to harm their baby. So when you are sharing things, keep in mind that everyone's going to be coming from different angles, and so you're going to be needing to share different angles. So share the products, but also share the business opportunity. I would say that many, many, many more people are afraid and at rock bottom financially than they are about their health. You know, I think we are doing a disservice if we don't talk about the life-changing business opportunity that's literally in the palm of our hands. And so don't shy away from that, okay? Don't shy away from that. And then when you're reaching out and you're sharing with them, I want you to tell them why you want them specifically. Encourage them. Tell them about the qualities that you see in that person. Tell them why. Are they somebody that listens to people and that loves people well? Are they somebody that is a crunchy mom who loves all natural products and supplements and has an incredible network of other moms like that? Tell them the qualities that you see in that person. Maybe they're an amazing speaker. Share them with that and encourage them. A lot of times in this company, or not within this company, but within this network marketing, people get in, they kind of get their toes wet a little bit, maybe, you know, try it out, but they don't believe in themselves and they don't believe that they could ever make it. They don't believe they could be successful. They're not like the other people at the top of the company. They're not an amazing speaker, or they don't have amazing testimony of their health. So a lot of times our job as ambassadors is to believe in people before they believe in themselves. I see this over and over and over, that if I can provide belief, because y'all, we see people. I see people for the people that they are. But when we look at ourselves in the mirror, a lot of times we're blinded. We're blinded by the reflection. And we don't see ourselves as who we really are. And we don't see the potential in ourselves. So as ambassadors, you have the job to build up that person's belief and help them see who they really are, who they were created to be, and how you see them. Because that's going to drastically change how they see themselves. We're going to finish up with talking about Facebook posting. So like I said before, we want to post 2 to 3 times a day about Plexus. Different times, morning, afternoon, evening. Do not post sales. Do not post cheesy graphics. You just want to share your story and share your journey in a very natural and honest and vulnerable way. So one of the fun things I did was I did a fun little video of my daughter mixing up my pink drink. And she does that every single day. But it's so much cuter when it comes from a video of my daughter doing it than me. But so a lot of my friends are like, oh, there's Evie, and they love watching that. And so it's just a natural way to share what's going on in our lives, and that Plexus is just a part of our everyday life. Also, we're going to be sharing educational articles. Why blood sugar regulation is important. What is yeast in our bodies? What is the purpose of it? And what does it cause? Things like that. You've got to educate your audience. You're not convincing them, you're educating them, okay? You also want to post 2 to 3 times a day about your own personal life. Like I said, inspirational quotes, maybe a picture of the book that you're reading, or talking about, what your family is doing, going for a walk today. Just engage your audience and allow them to see you, see your life. They all are your friends because they want to know what's going on in your life. They love you and they care about you, and they're following your story. So input Plexus into your story, but also you've got to post consistently about Plexus and your daily life. You don't want your Facebook feed to be solely Plexus. You want to show that you have many facets of your life. Plexus is one of those amazing parts of it. But also show what you're passionate about. What are you passionate about? And post about that. And then talking about engaging posts. These are very, very fun to ask a question that is going to get non-Plexus people engaged in your post. So the way that Facebook algorithms work is your Facebook post that you make about Plexus, well, it's only going to be seen by a very, very small percentage of people. And it's probably only going to be seen by the people that comment or like your pictures frequently. So we want to begin getting the Facebook algorithms larger and larger and larger, where it's going to start connecting people and saying, well, I know you're Facebook friends, but you really don't have a connection that is frequent. So we want to engage people. We want people to be commenting on your pictures, liking your pictures. So doing a fun thing, like one that we did the other day was, that we needed a new TV show to watch and needed recommendations on that. Well, after 100 different people gave us recommendations, that is awesome because those were almost all non-Plexus people. So now my posts are going to be showing up into their feed. So then also you're going to be wanting to comment on your potentials pictures so that then you get into their feed. Expand your audience, okay? I want you to aim at adding 2 new friends each week. This is really important and something that we should all be doing weekly. And then start really looking at, don't ever post your link to your website. That looks salesy. But a fun way to kind of get it across is to hashtag your website. And that's a fun little way to get it out there, but without looking salesy. So that really is the end of level 2. I hope that was helpful. We're going to dive in next time to level 3, which is going to get really fun because it's all about organization. How do you run this business? How do you get organized with your list? You've got customers over here. You've got ambassadors over here. You've got your friends list over here. You've got people you're following up with. How do we get that all together? So we're going to talk about organization, creating databases. Then we're also going to go through the back office, and we are going to be going step by step, really looking at what information is in the back office and where you can find it. we're going to be talking about income producing activities. Now that we've got our why, we've got our goals, we got a little bit of a plan of action, we are going to be talking about daily. What do you need to be doing to reach those goals? Talk about follow-up, as follow-up is the foundation of network marketing. You have to follow up. We're going to talk about how to do that and do it effectively. Then we are going to end it all with how to care for your customers and customer service and really caring for your team, your customers is so important because this business that you have created is you. It's your own branding. It's you who's created this. So you've got to, your name is on the line and you've got to care for these people well. So we're going to talk a lot about that. And I so appreciate you all coming in and getting the foundations of Plexus. And I look forward to chatting with you next time. Bye, guys.